Greetings everyone. If you've been following along, I've been trying to figure out what to do with the concept of Casey and Finnegan, some childhood fun stuff when I was a kid from watching Mr. Dressup. I have an idea. So I have two 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. This one is kind of like cardstock. It's 67 pounds. That's the way they test it. And this is 24 pounds. And this is like regular copy paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a greetings card. Or a greeting card, I should say. So I'm going to fold it lengthways. Top to the bottom, bottom to the top. No matter. Make sure the crease is pretty good. Let's open it up, get a look at it. That's not bad. I wonder if we can get away with just tearing it. Ooh. Alright, we can save that for something else. Now, we're going to do another fold of this. This is going to be our greeting card. What we're going to do next is we're going to get this piece of paper and we're going to turn it into an envelope. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to create a little bit of distance at the top between what is the card and what is the envelope. We'll flip that over. We're going to put a little crease or mark with my thumbnail, and that's where I'm going to fold this regular piece of paper like so. Do a little test fit. Now you see how that sticks up above a little bit? That just makes it easier for the card to be removed once it is an envelope. We're going to make another little crease here, or mark with my thumb, and that's going to be the next place where I'm going to fold it. Now, looks like there's a lot of room on either side. You can kind of leave that as is, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to make the envelope a little bit smaller. So I'm going to use this ruler, and I think that'll give plenty of room on either side of the card. All right, so we're doing this rather quick. You don't have to do it quick. We'll do a fold on this side. Go to this side over here. Get the ruler out again. Make another little line with my thumbnail. We'll fold it here as well. Okay, let's open that up and get a quick look at it. So, we don't need these four corners. Trusty pair of scissors, although it would probably be better to use a larger set of scissors, but we're just going to cut those away. I'm going to save that for some other part of this, which you will see in a moment. And I like little scrap pieces of paper, oddly enough. You can use them for notes. They can fit in your pocket if you need to do a doodle. I like to carry a pen with me. Sometimes you get fun ideas. You don't have to put them into your phone. Okay, so this is what we've ended up with. That's not bad. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make another little mark on either side of that flap. And you'll see in a moment why I'm going to do that. Make a little diagonal cut here. Do the same thing on this side. That is what we're ending up with. Let me smooth this out just a little bit. Okay, well, no, that's not bad. Yes. Okay, so we have saved these little pieces of paper, and they're going to come in quite handy for when we bring out the glue stick. We're going to go on a little bit of an angle here just for the overlap's sake. So, glue stick. You can be semi-generous. And as you can see, we're not going to go too wide with the strip of glue that we're putting on there. I'm going to use the other bonus strip just because I don't want to put too much glue on other things. All right, let's add some glue to this side. Ooh, I put a smudge on that. All right, now we'll fold it over. Look at that, I got ink on me. That is weird. All right, the glue will set up in a moment. There you have it. We have made an envelope to go with the cardstock card that we just cut. Now, because we cut away those corners there, it just makes it easier for us to put that card in the envelope. And because we created that extra space, it makes it easier for us to, or the intended person, to actually get that out. So that's pretty neat. I mean, you could send this to somebody as an invitation to, let's say, a private school for witches and wizards. So that's kind of neat. All right. Now let's get started on the card, as I wanted it to be related to Casey and Finnegan. So we're going to bring out our pen here. Once again, it's going to be the dip style, although you can fill these, but I like to dip the pens. We're going to try to do this from memory. You don't have to, I like to do it this way just because it's fun for me. Something that I like to also do is write letters in general. Now, the reason for that is you can make something personally for somebody and you can send it anywhere, and it's way more fun than just email. Email, you get like a quick response, and I get that. But if you can send something personally to somebody, it means more. So I recommend make an envelope, make a letter, write to somebody, tell them how much you appreciate them. I think that is a much more personal thing. Now let's see. So yes, it was a strange thing to watch Mr. Dressup again after nearly 30 years. Because it probably has been that long since I've seen that show. I mean, I probably would have seen clips on other things. One of the things I liked the best about watching that show was that every so often, Mr. Dressup would sit down at an easel and draw a picture. And that was awesome for me because growing up, that was super important to me. Just getting paper, like blank paper, was the best stuff, because you could draw whatever you wanted to color. You didn't have to worry about what something had to look like or the pose that was already chosen for you. Now, let's see. I don't think there was a chimney. Yeah, I don't think there was a chimney at all. Some tree houses do have chimneys, though. I don't believe this one did. Maybe there were lines there too. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, now I believe this side here, this is where Finnegan's house was. So you probably have caught on to what I might be drawing. If you're familiar with Mr. Dress Up. And then I don't know what this side would be. Let's just say that it was for sake of storage. I don't know. Yeah. This is kind of a ledge of some sort. Now, my understanding is that in order to get into this treehouse, you had to go through a tunnel of some sort, because I don't think there was a ladder. So down at the base of the tree, close to the ground, I think there were 2 spots where you could get in. Crawl your way up. Something like that. Do a little bit of cross hatching there just for some shade. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. And then I think the way the top of the tree, well, it would kind of grow straight. There might have been a branch roughly here. And this would be the trunk of the tree as well. You'd have a branch off to one side. And I think another one kind of here. Okay. Add a little bit of darkness to the sides of the drawing. A little bit to the bottom side of the treehouse platform. Let's make this stand out just a little bit more. The lovely shingles. Okay. Some cross hatching underneath here. Oh. Yeah, no, that looks, well, from memory anyway, after looking at the Treehouse. Now, before, I said I was going to try to do something with this, which is part of the Fairy Tales collection from Ferris Wheel Press. It's a neat bottle of stuff. I didn't ink that other pen, the green pen, so I'll probably just see what I can get away with dipping. Okay. Okay. I've shaken it up a little bit. Give it a moment to see if some of that capillary or capillary action can draw some of the ink. And we're just going, ooh, that was a big dollop of ink that came out there. Well, that's what you get for that. See if I have something to soak up some of that. That certainly came out, but I almost like that too. Okay. I bet you that went through the other side. A little bit. Let's use a little bit of the other side of this. So maybe a little bit of preparation would have been good. That's okay. This is the fun part of just doing things because it's fun. You know, it might work a little quicker for me. This is a Q-tip. I would rather the pen, but we'll do that. We'll go back in a moment. Actually, I don't mind that. We already have this blotch over here that we have to deal with. That's soaking through to the other side. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe we can just add a little bit of this, as if it's kind of like mossiness. That's kind of neat. That, as some people would say, is a happy little accident. Totally didn't plan on that. Neat. I like it. Let's set that aside. Yep, didn't expect that at all. So I will properly ink that pen at some point in the future. Because, yeah, it's ideal not to have big blotchy things happen. Now, something I encourage everyone to do is make your own cards like this. They're so much more personal. And when you drop them in the mail and somebody gets that, they'll appreciate it that much more. And what I'm doing now is I'm just adding what could be extra little leaves, take away some of that little bit of blotchiness. Yeah, that isn't bad. That really did go through the other side quite a bit. But that is proof that it is made by a human being. Draw out a little bit of that extra. And for fun, we're going to write something on the outside of the card just to entice someone to look inside the card. And what we'll say here is this. Adventure awaits. Oh, yes. Now, we're going to add a couple of leaves. Not many. By no means was this necessary to do. But I'm doing it just because it's fun. A couple more over here too. All right. Now, the next thing is the inside of the card. what can we say? We'll say for those who So adventure awaits for those who are willing to climb. And we're going to draw a tiny version of Casey. And we're going to make it seem that's interesting too. Like Casey is playing the guitar. There's a guitar strap. We'll make little music notes. You gotta have, treble clefs and fun stuff like that. And over here, let's have Finnegan. Try to make him happy. Would have been funny, actually, if we made it seem as if Finnegan was singing along, sort of like howling. Oh, well, just an idea. So if you make one, maybe you could get Finnegan to howl and sing along. Over here, let's put the famous Tickle Trunk, which would have all the cool outfits. Let's say there's a star on it. One here. Some other stuff. And finally, one last little greeting. The line's a little bit more obvious. Well, I rather like that. And just because this is funny, because you know people like to look at the back of cards, and back here we can say $1 million and let's say 43 cents, and let's make that in Canadian dollars. Pretty neat. So, once again, we've made a Treehouse card. The ink kind of went through a little bit there. So it says, yes, adventure awaits for those who are willing to climb. All the best. And we can put it inside the custom envelope that we made. And just like that, put a stamp on it, address it to whoever we want it to, to go to. And that's it for now. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll see you again soon.